Alright people, what's happening? Welcome to the first episode in the Newcastle Career Mode series. Now this is something I'm very excited to get into. Obviously there's a lot of speculation and talk recently about Newcastle getting taken over by new owners, and a lot of money is going to be invested into the club. You should expect to see a lot of transfers, especially in the market post-COVID. Like, all the players' prices are going to be cheaper. You know, they're going to pick up some bargains for sure, that's for sure, as long as the Premier League does approve the takeover, which I hope they do. As a football fan, I'm a Liverpool fan myself, but I do hope that the Premier League do approve the takeover of Newcastle, because it'll just make the league a lot more exciting. You can see we are just getting straight into creating the team now, but what the goal is going to be for this series is to try and win the Champions League with Newcastle United. Can we do it, boys? That is the question. Now, the manager that will be taking over Newcastle United is Mauricio Pochettino, boys. That's right. Newcastle's first signing under the new ownership is the new manager, Mauricio Pochettino. Now, wouldn't that be a great start to Newcastle's reign? I mean, I think even if Pochettino took over Newcastle's teams that they had now, without any signings, they'd be a lot better than they are under Steve Bruce. Now that's a fact. Pochettino's a great coach, great manager. And hopefully he can take Newcastle United to a Champions League, which is the goal of this series, boys. We are going to play on Legendary. I find Ultimate is too hard on FIFA 20. Legendary is a bit too easy sometimes, depending on the game. We are going to bring it down to 5 minutes per match, because we don't want to play for too long. International jobs we'll keep enabled, depending on how far we go into this career mode. We are just mainly going to focus on Newcastle, though, and not the international stuff. Transfer window on, European competitions on. And we advance into the season, boys. Unknown manager appointed. It's a bit rude to call Pochettino an unknown manager. I mean, I thought he did a good job at Tottenham, losing in the final of the Champions League. That was very satisfying to watch as a Liverpool fan. But yeah. Okay, boys, here we have the pre-season tournaments. We are just going to pick the one with the highest money. We'll go with this one, 7 mil, sorry, if we do win this tournament here. Yeah, so this episode we are just going to go through the squad, have a look at who we've got, who we're going to keep, who we're going to sell, and who we're going to replace. We are actually just going to purchase the financial takeover there, as you can see. We are going to redeem that item there, and then hopefully we get a good amount of funds coming in off that. I've never actually bought a financial takeover or used one on this FIFA so far, so I don't know how much money it does give us. You see there, we've got a nice wage budget already of 257k, with 31 mil as the transfer budget. We are just going to take a look at the inbox here. You see we've got Augsburg, Galatasaray and Fenerbahce in our group in the pre-season tournament. We are going to take a look at the objectives here too. They want youth development within 2 seasons, have at least 1 player from the youth academy signed in the first season, play 50% of the games in the next season. Right, so we are going to have to set up a youth academy if we do want to sign that. And I imagine with the funding that we are going to receive from the, the financial takeover, setting up a youth academy won't be a problem with a 5-star scout. Sign a crucial first team player assigned to the midfield or forward position. We've already got a plan to bring in a crucial first team player in the midfield and forward positions. Quite a few crucial first team players, to be fair. Continental success, none. Domestic success, they want us to finish mid-table, but like I say, boys, we are looking for a Champions League spot. I don't know how realistic that is with the current team. We'll see who we do bring in through the transfer window with the financial takeover. FA Cup there, they want us to reach the round of 16 as well. Reduce player wages by 90 grand a week. Wow, that's actually going to be quite difficult to do because we are going to bring in some heavy hitters with this financial takeover, and I'm assuming they're going to want a lot of money in the wage department. And within 2 seasons, increase the club worth by 25%. I think we can easily do that, especially if we're pushing for Champions League. Like I did say, we have got a scout there. Those scouts on those general scouts, I don't really use them much at all. These ones here, I'm sure they can pick you up some good players, but I prefer to go for the youth academy ones. So yeah, we are going to take a look at the squad here, boys, the squad hub. Take a look at who we've got in what position. Dubravka, I actually like this guy in goal. You know, I'm sure he's the top. He's got the most saves in the Premier League this season. Very good goalkeeper, in my opinion. He is 30, so he is quite old, but we will get a good few seasons out of him still before he starts to decline. We might have to sign a backup keeper though, because Rob Elliott is I'm sure he's going to retire at the end of the season. And we've got Freddie Woodman out on loan there, who is quite young for a goalkeeper. that might not be a bad backup if his rating does go up a bit. And we've also got Darlow there too, I suppose, as another backup. Jethro Willems at left back. I actually liked this guy when he was at PSV. He's not that bad. We've got MAURICIO there too. Newcastle's defence isn't great. Oh, we do have Danny Rose actually. I forgot about this guy, that he was on loan at Newcastle. Danny Rose is a good left back. I do like Danny Rose. But yeah, overall, you can see Newcastle's defence isn't the strongest. We've got Lejeune there with Dummett. It's not much pace in this defence. Fabian Schär though, he's a great player. I do like Fabian Schär. And Lascelles too. Lascelles is a very good centre half. We might stick with Schär and Lascelles as our centre backs for the first season of this career mode at least, unless we get a crazy transfer offer for either of them. That's the only way I can see myself selling either of them two. At right back we've got Yedlin, who's got a bit of pace. Lazaro, I've never even heard of this guy. Sorry Newcastle fans if he's a good player for you, but I've actually never heard of this guy. We've got Yedlin, who's got a bit of pace, but you can see the full-back positions, we are quite weak. We might have to look at signing a full-back there. Javier Manquillo, ex-Liverpool player. Terrible player. I hated him at Liverpool. I actually proper hate this guy. Isaac Hayden there, quite young, decent little talent. Jack Colback. We've got Alan St. Maximin though, who I'm hoping will be a star of this career mode. See, he's only 22, he's already 80 rated. Can play on left wing or as a striker. And this guy's very fun to use on FIFA with having the 5-star skills too. I'm hoping that we can see some magic coming from Alan St. Maximin. Christian Atsu there as well. I forgot he was still at these. We've got Bentaleb. We've got the Longstaff brothers here, who are quite young as well. You can see there, Sean Longstaff showing great potential. Hopefully, maybe we could grow this midfield partnership here, grow these into strong players who we could sell on in the future or lead the club to a Champions League trophy. You never know, boys, but we will have to pick up a centre mid by the looks of things, maybe a defensive mid. Probably an attacker mid, actually. We don't have really a good attacker. We've got Almiron there, who's going to play on the other wing across from St. Maximin. And then we do have Joelinton up front, who hasn't really hit the ground running at Newcastle. I did actually like this guy because he had a Future Stars last FIFA, and then he got a one to watch this FIFA. And I was using his one to watch card in Ultimate Team at the start of this FIFA, and he was killing people online. I swear, he was just bagging goals all the time, left, right, and centre. But in real life, unfortunately, he's not been doing that. See, he's 22 and it says at the club since as his status, which isn't good. You know, you want to see showing great potential, exciting prospect, or one of the other different statuses. If it says at the club since, it means that the player that you've got is a stinker and they're not really going to get anywhere. Dwight Gale there, but proper bagsman, Dwight Gale. You know, he'll score goals wherever he goes. Quite old though, I can't see him challenging for a spot in this team. Obviously Andy Carroll there, another ex-Liverpool player. We also had John Joe Shelby before, an ex-Liverpool player. Bloody hell, we've took control of a Liverpool B team here. But yeah, Andy Carroll there might be a useful super sub in those late games to come on a bit of strength up front. Target man, hold the ball up. But yeah, boys, we are just going to put together some transfer targets, and I will get back to you as soon as we have put a list together. Alright boys, we are back with our transfer shortlist right here. As you can see, we've got a decent amount of players from each position that I do just want to take a look at. We are going to go through it now though. We've got Max Aarons and Ben Chilwell as two full-back replacements that we could possibly look at. Calvin Phillips there, obviously the Leeds baller, Championship Player of the Year, I think he might have got this year. Obviously he's got a sick team of the season card on Ultimate Team, which I haven't tried out yet. Using him in this career mode might be fun to do. Anyone who's seen that Leeds documentary, you'd know that this guy is a baller. And like the route I've gone here is, you know, Newcastle, they're not going to have the traction of like a big Premier League club like the top six, like Man United, Liverpool, Man City. So we are having a look at some Championship ballers. You can already see down the list there, a few Championship ballers. One player though from the Premier League who I do think would suit this Newcastle team, if we could manage to get him in the striker position, Wilfried Zaha. I think Wilfried Zaha is looking for a move away from Crystal Palace. I think he has been for a while, to be fair. You know, there was talks about maybe going back to Man United. Obviously he was there when he was a kid, or when he was younger at least. Zaha is a great player. I am a fan of Wilfried Zaha, definitely. And picking him up for this Newcastle squad I think would be a great signing. We've got Todd Cantwell there, I don't know how much he'd set us back. As you can see, we're just scouting him at the minute. We don't know how much he is. I just really like Todd Cantwell. I think he's a sick guy. He's a baller, you know, and picking him up maybe just even as a bench player, rotation player, because you can see we do have other options for the wing. But another championship baller is Eze or Eze. I'm not sure how you pronounce this name. Any QPR fans, if you manage to stumble across this video, let me know how to pronounce this guy's name. I don't want to butcher it every time I say it, because I do think that picking up this guy would be very good for the career mode there. You see he's 21, definitely got potential to go forward and become a great attacking midfielder for us. And now we have Gareth Bale, boys, which would probably be the biggest signing of this career mode. Obviously, there has been rumours of Gareth Bale to Newcastle. How true those rumours would be is yet to be seen. But yeah, obviously, I don't think he's very happy at Real Madrid. He always skips training, I've heard. He skips press conferences, all of that stuff. But everyone knows how much of a baller Gareth Bale is, especially me as a Liverpool fan. You know, every time I see his face, I get PTSD from the Champions League final. Yeah, it's one of those things, and it is what it is. But yeah, Gareth Bale, we might just not sign him because of that fact. I don't want to be getting PTSD every time he touches the ball. But yeah, absolute baller. Gareth Bale would be an immense signing for the club. Definitely boost up our attacking prowess going into games. Another very fun player, like I was saying about Todd Cantwell, just someone who'd be fun to use. Adama Traore. This guy's sick. I mean, come on, like, he's an absolute unit. He's the definition of a unit. Like, he's an absolute tank, and he's got that 99 sprint speed and acceleration as well, which is what you absolutely love to see on FIFA 20. Again, like, we do have options on the wing. We've already got Alan St-Maximin, who I do want to use in this career mode. We've got Almiron, who could develop into a decent player. And then obviously we're looking to sign Gareth Bale as well. But yeah, Traore is a very fun player, and you can even play right wing back if we do need him to. Another championship baller here. We'll come back to that other guy here. Another championship baller is Ben Rama. This guy is a baller. I mean, come on. 4-star there on the skills in the weak foot. On FIFA, he's a great card. Like, he's got the acceleration, agility, sprint speed, all the key stats there. You need to be good on FIFA. Some nice traits there as well. High-low work rates. Looking at it from a FIFA point of view, this guy's sick. And in real life, he's sick as well. He's a proper techie player. He really is. Algeria have some ballers. Obviously, you've got Mahrez as well from Algeria, who's another techie player. But I think Ben Rama would be a great purchase. I'm not too sure how much these championship players would set us back. I assume cheaper than some Premier League ballers. But like I'm saying, these are really good players who are young as well, so they've definitely got room to develop. So they probably could set us back a fair chunk, especially if we look to pick up Zaha and Gareth Bale. I'm sure they'll take up most of our budget, so we do need to be wise with our money and where we're spending it. But we'll see once the financial takeover comes in, like how much money we do actually have to play with. The last person on the transfer shortlist, anyone who knows me knows why this guy is here. Josh Maja. Now, I'm sorry, Newcastle fans, yeah, this would be a controversial signing if we did pick him up, or it might not be actually, because if anyone's seen Sunderland Till I Die on career mode, you'll know how sick this guy is. He was a skeng man for Sunderland, scoring left, right and centre, and then he did the funniest thing ever and got off on them. One of the most iconic scenes in that series, when the producers said to him, oh, there's been some transfer speculation, and my man said, about who? About who? And they said, you. And he said, really? Like, it was quality. If you've not seen Sunderland Till I Die, even if you're a Newcastle fan watching this series, I beg you go and watch that series, because that series is quality. Literally, it's an absolute comedy show. I was laughing in every single episode. It's a class series. But yeah, Josh Maja, absolute baller, 20 years old. And like I say, it might not be controversial for him to come to Newcastle, but at least among the Newcastle fans. To Sunderland fans, I'm sure it is. But obviously, he bailed Sunderland. He's at Bordeaux now. His agent forced him to move through. He changed his nationality as well from England to Nigerian. So big up all the Nigerians out there. Josh Maja, a sick player on FIFA 20. Would be a good signing for us here at Newcastle. But yeah, boys, that is going to wrap up the first episode of the Newcastle career mode. The next episode, we are going to advance into the season. Hopefully the financial takeover will come through quite early, so we can start making some transfers. I just wanted to give you a little introduction to the series and what's going to go on. And yeah, boys, that is going to be it. I am excited to start this series. Hopefully you guys are excited to watch it and go through this journey with me, and hopefully we can reach the Champions League eventually with this squad. But yeah, you can see there Pochettino on the right getting his little introduction interview. But yeah, boys, thanks very much for watching. If you made it this far in the video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. Comment down below, actually, anyone who you reckon I should sign, any other transfer targets we should look at. But yeah, thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next episode, boys. Take it easy.